All right. It sounded like the dog was eating someone. Board of directors. Is the board of directors here? Is it still just the spam bot? Dude, how do we get rid of this in the chat, man? Oh, well, this is still kind of a stealth stream anyways. There will be a guest tomorrow, so that's going to be multi-stream to Twitter for everyone that's watching this later. I know some of you guys are just going to tune in later. Yeah, guest tomorrow or guest Monday, and we're either going to be covering Binance Smart Chain versus Solana, just kind of the on-chain wars going on right now. And then I also have someone I want to have on, this guy who just made like $3 million in a span of a couple days launching a game on Solana. It's kind of a fascinating story. I want to do a podcast on that and also a macro episode. But all that aside, the this news this morning, for the people that are watching this back, this is just the craziest shit I've seen in a long time. This was like this would be like, imagine if Sam Bankman-Fried was just crushing on FTX and then he's the one who announced that FTT, could collapse. It was so weird to watch. Binance had this big announcement this morning. Must have been at like 4 a.m. I was up early, 5 a.m., whatever it was. They announced this new launch pad. I don't know why they did this, but it looks like the market doesn't know why they did this either, because on Dex Screener, and this is like a super weird issue too, because I don't think the market reacted the right way, all these things, but Binance, these coins, which have just been going to 100 mil, 50 mil, 20 mil with ease, these things have been pumping left and right. All of a sudden, like, everything nuked. They look a lot better now, but like at one point today, I guess 4 probably held up the best. It's probably the strongest meme already listed on Aster. Even now it's down 44%. Everything nuked after this announcement. And this was like the weirdest announcement too. So Binance and CZ, I guess they came out with, and I'm sure they're going to talk about it on Thread Guy stream tomorrow, but they announced KYC Launchpad. Like, what is the... I really have no explanation. I've tried to think through. I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt on why. It almost makes sense from no angles, right? So they have this KYC Launchpad now. Meanwhile, everyone that's been bridging over to Binance has been making money. The tokens have been going up. It's been a positive experience. 70% of traders were in profit. And then they come out and do this. They nuke all the tokens. And they announce a KYC Launchpad, which, unless you're in Asia or in Europe, now the Americans can't use because you have to basically be able to use Binance. So that makes no sense. All these tokens dropped that weren't included in this new exclusive program, which was also weird because it's not like these tokens are on Binance Smart Chain. So it doesn't mean these memes are worth less. Who the fuck knows? But it was... yeah, some of the bloodiest, some of the biggest drops for sure that we've had in BNB meme coins since, look at these things. These were like up only, these things were moving like Solana peak meme season for a week or two. And then out of nowhere, he comes out with that announcement. And yes, there was a market-wide sell-off, but this announcement, instantly, these things started nuking. Now, as I said, like, the interesting thing is, I think it was an overreaction from these memes because, yes, it's more bullish if you launch on the exclusive Binance KYC Launchpad, I guess, because Binance is like officially supporting you. But it doesn't mean like the other Binance Smart Chain memes don't do well. Meme coins just sometimes it's, I don't even know why I'm trying to like think through the mindset of a Binance meme coin trader, because like, what is just the most absurd moves. But what it has caused, what it's led to, is we've actually now had a little resurgence, tiny resurgence. Can't really say much yet, but tiny resurgence of Pump Fun. And it looks like for the first time in a week, a month, maybe a couple months, Pump fund volume is trending up. Now, with that being said, like pump funds revenue and their buybacks have been consistent no matter what. Even though all the volume, all the attention, all the interest, all the runners, all the gains have gone to Binance for the past week or two, everyone's saying it's going to be BNB season. I actually think that Binance and the Binance projects and the amount of incentives they're launching there and how serious CZ is to, pumping some of these things, I actually think Binance will continue to be a very interesting place to trade. I have no idea what the hell this was. I really don't. I don't understand what this was. I've seen some explanations that this was like a psyop. I've seen some explanations that this was like to shake people. Like none of the explanations really make sense. They really don't. It was just bizarre. The only thing I've kind of come up with is like maybe they expected the market to sell off anyways. That doesn't even really make sense either. Like none of it really makes sense. I have no idea why they launched this KYC launchpad right when they did. I don't even know why you really need a KYC DEX or a KYC launchpad. It kind of defeats the purpose. But anyways, they come out with this. I don't think it kills the Binance momentum. The amount of just incentives, attention that CZ is going to keep pushing towards this is kind of insane. This was the actual announcement, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, really weird scenes. Really, really weird scenes. But as I said, what it did cause is like, we're not having all of a sudden meme coins back on Solana. In general, it's probably just showing that like, yes, meme coins can be very fun on Binance for a moment. And yes, CZ has the power to make things go up. The reality is even as PvE as this was, as Binance supporting it and making things go up, it still is just so PvP. And I honestly think that where we are right now with Bitcoin and with altcoins, I would personally feel more comfortable, and I'm definitely not going to give trading advice, but I'm just trying to make sense of all this. I would feel more comfortable holding the 3 or 4 tokens that you think are going to, be strong tokens all the way through this bull, and you'd be fine holding if we dropped another 20 or 30%. And in reality, there's like 10 of those coins that have done well in 2025 and have been holding mindshare, right? You have Pump, you have Hyperliquid, you have Zcash, it's not a big list. You have Aster, which I do think belongs in there, regardless of whether or not Binance memes do well, right? Like there's a couple narratives: privacy, perp dexes, BNB versus Solana, and you have Hyperliquid. It's like, and Pump, right? You have tokens with real drivers. That's just not going to change. And if you want to get kind of crazy, then yeah, I guess play the absolute insanity that CZ and Binance are doing. I don't know what they're doing, but up until a day or two ago, it seemed like they were just, going to pump money into this, and that was going to be the way you attract users. That was going to be the way you attract people to get excited about BNB for the rest of the year. And now, I don't know. I don't know what to think. But I do still think Binance is going to be interesting for the rest of the cycle. I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't feel as confident like